You just got done playing that for 5 minutes and you still have all your fingers for some reason. That's the feeling you have right now.
Glenn, can we not do that again, please? You need to give me a heart attack.
I thought you guys were all going to die. I really did.
Huh.
You have the feeling that you're messing around with like some super high tech shit that you have no clue how to operate it or anything. There's no operator's manual around, which is irritating.
Why don't we just go and look for a portal and not fight with this? Because
I thought this was the portal.
Yeah, this seems to be the portal.
it might be a portal.
Hmm.
I would
But
like to
not-
watch the video of all of this and see if I can pick anything up myself.
Give me an evidence analysis roll at really amazing roll. Just normally making it, not anything good.
All right, at 1/3.
You're thinking that it's kind of like they did a hard factory reset. It's kind of like I'm going to wipe the computer real quick and see what happens, and then partway through the wipe, they're like, undo. My phone is completely charged. I figured out that's what that means, and I hate it.
I wish there was a combo that we can do to just get rid of the dinosaurs. That would be great.
Yep.
It shows long scenes of you guys just pondering as you stand over this stone table thing. The stone itself from the stone table seems completely unremarkable. No
Does
hidden
your phone have a
or anything.
clock on it? Or time?
What's that?
Does your phone, does it have the time on it?
It has a time.
Has any time passed, if I look at it?
I look at the sun.
There
I
it is.
meant on the phone, I meant.
Outside, the sun has moved a little bit, not a huge amount. You guys probably only been risking life and death for an hour or so, according to what you're guessing the sun is showing. If it moves the same rate as the Earth's sun, but as far as your the clock on your phone, since you failed to look at it before, who knows how much time has actually elapsed? It shows numbers, and you stand behind each and every one of those.
Is there a timestamp on the photos?
Sure. I have no idea what it is. Oh, that's clever. Yes. Time seems to be moving forward at a normal rate for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always fun giving people who don't know what it is a stainless steel bear trap to play with.
Yeah.
No sticks.
I think we're done here.
He says dryly.
Yeah. Let's go to that crevasse place.
All right, everybody, give me a climb roll plus 20 to safely and efficiently exit the mountains.
Yes.
Like a fucking monkey.
Made it.
She's like one of those lizards that can walk on walls as far as the mountain goes.
Plus 20.
Crunches pay off.
Apparently Freddie is pretty good at climbing because you failed to hear a scream and shit. Now, you guys climb down and you head over to the crevasse, and eventually you see, ignore the black dots. Sorry, I had to get rid of some other people who are using it. It looks like some sort of bridge thing. You guys are currently on the right side of it. The left side of it is toward the west, as we discussed before, where all the clearing out stuff is. The crevasse itself is listed over here. Where's crevasse? Oh, motherfucker. Why do you like to hide shit from yourself? I like to test myself. Silence. Right. There it is. It looks like it's a stone bridge that's laying across there. It seems to be sturdy. The chasm that it crosses over ranges from between 6 meters wide, like if you were an Olympic jumper, maybe, right, up to 15 meters wide. It shows Olympic jumpers like plunging to the death, and it's over 50 meters deep. Yeah. The bridge itself is fairly narrow. It's a bit bigger than a door, maybe 1.5 times size of a normal door wide.
Okay.
Fairly thick, though.
After you.
Once again, the chivalry thing.
I say to
It's just Dana looking at you.
Oh, you said to me.
Oh.
Well, as he says that, I then turn to Dana and say, after you.
Traveling with men sucks ass sometimes, thinks Dana.
I go on forward.
No problem. She bravely walks across it, and it is as sturdy, at least for her small frame, as it seemed to be. Well, small but fucking wiry is my guess, because she's always doing push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, etc., etc. Fucking vegans, you think? And yeah, she just strides boldly across it. She is now into the place of land I call Bluff. It looks like a mostly cleared thing, and there are a couple of different directions you can go here. You could either head toward the main structures, or there's some secondary structures you could head toward. So either main or secondary is your.
I'm gonna mosey across the bridge.
Give me a mosey roll. And they've been dying to use this skill.
Oh, so close.
Not a fumble. A fumble, I'd have him mosey off the bridge, which would be hilarious. But yeah, he kind of does the moseying like that.
I'll just walk over like a normal person.
Yeah, there's no rolls required at all for that. You guys all crossed this very sturdy bridge, and you're grateful it is very sturdy. So would you like to go for main grouping of structures you'd spotted from up in the mountains, or the secondary little bits of structures? Like,
what did you see through your binoculars, Glenn?
Light jungle, mist, lens cap covers, the usual.
Let's go for the smaller ones first.
Okay.
You guys head over there. There seems to be 2 different structures here. One of them looks like some sort of building that has a starburst decoration upon it, and the other one, they're close enough that you can see both from where you're at, but they're maybe, I don't know, a couple 100 meters apart type thing, an easy walk. The other one, if you look down from the cave you stayed in the middle of the page, there's big pillars, ignore the black spots, big pillars and stuff, seems to be a different ruined building. Those are your 2 choices over here. And beyond the first starburst type temple, it's like, just imagine half of a stylized sun. Past that is another pylon thing, except that one is completely black.
Well, should we try that one instead?
Peeing on the first electric fence didn't kill you. How about the second one?
Maybe it's a beginner-friendly one. You know? They have different levels.
The ominous black markings appear to not dissuade him at all.
Look, black is my thing. If anything, it's welcoming.
You have a point.
Yeah. Black is for experts.
So you've got those 3 different destinations pretty much.
Let's look at this temple thing.
The Starburst Temple?
Yeah.
All right. You guys wander over to that, and it appears to be inside of that, all that's in there is some sort of on the inside is a big fucking sundial inside. No windows or anything. It's like you go through the big crude stone door and in there, and it's kind of dark, and there's this big fucking sundial.
Does this hold any cultural significance or religious or anything?
Yes, you believe it does. Give me an anthropology roll. Failing that, you can do sundial lore. I have the most skills of any GM ever, I think.
No idea.
He says, do you want to try for your sundial lore?
Sure, why the hell not?
About archaeology.
No. If you're wanting to try to figure out, same two rolls for everybody, anthropology and sundial lore.
Trying for sundial lore now.
I am a sundial master.
No.
You made your sundial lore? Jesus, you did. Okay, the thing that you know about sundial lore, be sure to take a check and learn unless you get that maxed out already. Oh, you do. Is that sundials, as the name indicates, normally have to be outside. And this was possibly built by unwise people. Sheila, did you fumble your anthropology roll?
That was a sundial. It double tapped.
This is how all sundials are made, inside of a darkened building. That way, if you see your shadow in here on the sundial, you'll know that there's 4 more weeks of winter.
I get out my flashlight and use it to.
Oh no, says Dana. 4 more weeks of winter.
No.
All right.
Have the Gnomon cast a shadow.
You shine your flashlight around trying to do clever things. Take a card for that. It's brilliant. Nothing happens. You play with the sundial. Unlike the other thing, it doesn't try to kill you. It just sits in there.
Well, that's preferable.
I think this is kind of like the red painted pig, where they just had no idea what they were doing and stuck a sundial in the temple. That's my guess, anyway.
It's a pretty elaborate sundial with like lots of weird markings on it and stuff like that nobody really understands.
Do I see any Zog markings on it?
Negative. Take a card, Dana. Negative.
Maybe it's a retractable roof.
Just for curiosity's sake, does the sundial turn if I move it?
Wow. I'm giving you a card for that. Not at this time.
Okay. Well, this seems to be just a sundial.
They were not a wise people, apparently. These are kind of people who build a gas engine indoors, maybe, and then all die from, carbon monoxide poisoning. That appears to be it for inside this temple. The sundial.
So that was the obelisk and one more temple?
You haven't gone to play with the dark black stone obelisk of death yet.
And the other place was?
Oh, the other place was a different temple that had the 3 pillar things and stuff in it.
Yeah.
You haven't gone there yet.
Do you want to go there?
Of course they want to go there.
Sure.
You guys immediately head on over there. No problem. Inside of the temple is an empty antechamber with. I see what happened. There's a solid stone door at the back. The top of the door frame, by solid stone, I mean it's just a slab of stone with like doorway shit built around it. And high on the wall is a bas relief of two hands touching. One hand is convex, the other is concave. One sticks out, one goes in.
That's weird.
Yes.
Again, any religious or whatever significance to their hands?
The interesting thing with the hands is they seem to have 3 fingers each and end in claws.
Oh. I see.
I try to mimic the gesture.
All right, easy. Yeah. Are you touching anything or just?
And touch it up to the wall.
Where those hands are, or just the wall in general?
Where the hands are.
Right. The door itself slides aside, and inside you see another one of those fucking rock table things that almost got killed before, and also some weird creature which begins to step toward you.
Oh, great.
Here's what it looks like. It's no sanity roll, but imagine, there it is, pictures unveiled next to the 3-pillar thing. It seems to be a 2-dimensional red humanoid thing. And it is walking toward you.
Menacingly, or?
It's hard to say. It's just kind of it's not moseying.
Key redness.
Yes, it's completely red. It's like red paint. And it's walking right toward Glenn, who's standing our way. Hello. Excuse me. Please back away.
I back up.
Excellent. It goes out and the door slides shut again. It says, I am the keeper of the builder's temple. Each of you may ask me one question before you depart, never to return here again.
Thank you.
Listen, Logan,
Wait,
you
I put my hand over his mouth.
I'm asking the DM something. Alright, never mind then.
Sheila is on fucking fire today. All right.
Come over here, guys. We're going out of earshot of Red Guy.
It will stand there for a moment, and Logan will be right back while you guys discuss what I know Sheila wants to discuss, which is why I gave her a card. That's fucking brilliant.
All right. What do we ask?
I just want to know how to use the weird obelisk thing.
That would be cool to know.
Did you have anything else in mind?
How do we defeat Zog in detail?
That would also be useful, yes. Now, how do you know he knows everything?
We don't.
Okay, cool.
But if we say, I imagine it's going to be like genie rules of if we say any type of anything that could be a question, there it goes.
Okay.
So precision in language will be important.
Well, my question would either be, telling us how to operate the thing, or how to leave this zone. if there's another portal nearby or something. I don't know.
Ask where all of the portals are.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And asking how to use the jewel table would be a good one too.
We need to be very specific with what we call that. I think the stones inside of the obelisks, maybe. I don't know.
How do we
Another
correctly
one.
operate this structure?
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm gonna write my question down so I don't forget it. Hold on.
I'm giving each of you a card. I'm assuming somebody said something smart. There you go. I'm hoping.
I have some play immediately.
No. It shows her explode. No.
And unfortunately, they affect all of us, both of them.
Nice.
Bad mojo, all players drop to 2 MP.
Okay.
And down to the wire, everyone immediately, no trading, discards all cards but one.
Let your hubby know.
I do not have a nope.
Well, I have a victory, so I'm keeping that.
Scott, actually, I'll tell him. You go to 2 magic points and you have to discard all cards but one. You have no idea why.
Wah, wah. Okay.
At least it's not in the middle of your magic duel, right?
Okay.
Cool. Everybody give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
Made it.
The red creature is much closer to you now. Leslie just walked up. Freddy hasn't noticed it's right behind him, and he hasn't noticed yet. And it suddenly speaks and says, "The question may be about anything. Ask."
Oh.
It waits patiently, like a mountain.
I nudge Dana. Ladies first.
You're wondering if Freddy's the kind of guy who pushes grandmothers out in the street to see if a car is coming.
All right. I was going to ask the Zog a question.
Ooh.
Be like, error does not compute.
Dana, I think Alex kind of told me about that. He said we need to kill his 3 generals first.
Yeah, you might just get that answer. Unless you ask
Dun, dun.
how to defeat him
Dun, dun, dun.
once his generals are defeated.
Dun, 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 dun.
That sounds good. Sounds like new information. The question being, tell me something I don't know.
It'd be funny if it replied that Glenn had once open-mouthed kissed a horse.
Dirty lie.
It would be something you didn't know. And it would change your entire day.
That was Rock.
No, Rock did something on the other end of the horse while you had blue face paint on. Oh, the fucking memories of that. Yeah. It waits for your question, but Logan is not nearly as patient.
All right. I address the red figure.
It looks in your direction, I guess. You think, maybe. Or it's facing with its back to you. You really can't tell.
In detail, how does one operate the stone tables with the shining blue, red, green, and yellow spheres?
They are too complicated for you and partially broken. They were left behind by a different race, the descendants of which have slipped into decadence and can still be found here. They are best avoided, but their numbers grow fewer. It faces him.
Ask about the gates.
Yeah, but I need to word this carefully.
It has a deep, resonant voice. To you guys with your modern sensibilities, yeah, this could be some sort of fucking high-tech computer, as you pointed out before. You're not really sure.
Where are all the gates / portals in this zone?
It says there are 2 different waterfalls. Each has a gate. There is a cavern that has a gate. And, of course, one of the pylons that can only be opened under a very exacting set of circumstances has a dangerous gate within it, though it is not the most secure. Oh, that was a surprisingly fucking coherent answer, you're thinking. Not used to getting real information. Oh, and it also mentions, and there is a sealed gate near the shattered stone. Yeah, that's all of them. So, in total, it says there are 5 gates. It then turns to Dana Zool. Ask the important question, it urges. Not about the bloody gates.
How do we defeat Zog himself or successfully contain him?
There is a weapon wielded by Alex Kinley. He should stab Zog with it. That will kill Zog.
I facepalm.
The sword is called the Sword of Zog Killing. It was in a cave that has many ruins saying death to Zog in it. It was stuck in a stone. He took it out and wandered off with it. Well, fuck you think. And it goes whoa and disappears. There you go. As you guys think horrible, horrible thoughts about Alex Kinley for a while, and stand
All
back.
right, so 2 waterfalls, 1 near a shattered stone, whatever that is, 1 inside of an obelisk, maybe the black one, which is maybe dangerous, probably dangerous, and 1 inside of a cave, I think, is what he said. So,
Yep.
that could be anywhere.
Well, you got to find out just how many fucking gates are in one zone. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
answer is lots.
That was the best answer we got.
Hmm.
Shattered
Although
stone.
the Alex
and
Kinley
steel.
answer was really fucking on the money too. I mean, no, just done.
So we don't even need to kill his generals. Although killing his generals might weaken him. So,
Well, he was getting power in a very metaphysical type way from them in the vision.
hmm.
Also, I'd like to point out the vision had quite a sense of immediacy about it.
Oh,
I mean, it was a sandy, draining fucking vision. I figured that would kind of underline its importance as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I don't really want to go into that room where he came out of, unless you really want to go in.
No, it closed behind him.
Yeah.
I say we find a waterfall.
Alright. Oh, wait, no. No. Can we just look for the cave instead? Caves are nice.
Waterfall's probably easier to spot.
Yeah, but it's a waterfall.
We just gotta get behind it though.
That involves going near it.
But you probably won't get wet.
Probably. Have you seen waterfalls? They're massive. They splash everywhere.
Got a poncho?
Do you have an inflatable bubble I can hide inside?
Maybe it's time for some psychoanalysis. Tell me
Until
about your
gains some-
feelings.
Until he gains some sanity, unfortunately, it won't help.
No.
Going under again.
Yeah. So, the cave, right? Yeah.
You think it's the cave we arrived in?
Oh, you're
Well, I
certain
didn't
it's
see-
not.
Yeah.
You are certain. You had plenty of time to traipse around that fucker, and you even spent the night there.
Unless you know where this shattered stone thing is.
Well, that one's sealed.
Oh, yeah.
However, close by is a city. Maybe there's a cave in the city. Or you go somewhere else. It's up to you.
Did we notice any
No.
caves with our binocular reconnaissance?
No, of course not. I'll tell you when you find a cave, though, if you just traipse around this horrible, horrible place full of monsters.
What about waterfalls?
Not from where you were standing.
Okay.
I'd have mentioned a giant waterfall or something. It could be a really small waterfall. That'd be fun.
We might have to go all the way back to High Bluff and go into the jungle.
Where the dinosaurs are.
So I doubt there's a cave in the city.
Ah,
Welcome to the jungle. They've got fun and games.
but they don't have everything we want.
They might know the names. It's amazing how much comes back to 80 songs in this. So,
Alright, well,
how you can tell if your GM is old.
how about we just look around? Maybe we'll find a cave. And if we're at the brink of death, maybe we can consider the waterfall.
Let's see which one we find first.
Well, your different ways you can go from here is either toward the city thing, and beyond that is more mountains, which I'm sure won't drain your sanity at all. Yes, they will. Or you can head back to whence you came from.
Are we interested in the city at all?
Maybe they know where the caves are.
Is it like
If there are
abandoned
people there.
ruin city or?
Yes,
There-
totally abandoned ruins.
Oh, there's no people there. Okay.
Okay.
There could be caves in the ruins, or not.
Yeah, I'll check it out if there's not.
Excellent. Everybody give me a spot hidden. Lower is better.
Yes.
I'm gonna play my
And a
skill
third.
5.
At half.
Nice.
Yeah, I made it as well.
You guys, as you're starting to go toward the city, everybody give me a sanity roll. Unless you have dinosaurs maxed out, and I've uncovered a new picture. It's above the pig. Glenn loses his fucking mind, as does, of course, Freddy. So it's D6. It looks like you can see that dinosaur that shows the approximate size there. Ooh. It looks as though Freddy is going to fucking lose it. Maybe he'll start screaming. That'll be fun.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Oh, come on, Freddy. You can take it.
Okay, so
Just underneath the willpower thing. Damn. Damn and blast. So Glenn messed up his sand roll also?
Yep.
Glenn might start screaming. So willpower times 3.
I'll reroll.
Oh, Glenn, you can take 5.
With a card.
Ah.
Yeah.
Just under the wire. Goes toward dinosaur. You can see a picture of the dinosaur, its size compared to you, and it has a young'un with it. And it is hanging out near the city. Doesn't seem to be guarding it, but it seems to live there. Everybody give me a stealth at full to just kind of melt back into the jungle a little bit as you consider things, as opposed to standing there posing dramatically going, I'm here to kick the baby. Let me kick your baby. Because mothers don't mind at all if you go up and kick their baby. You guys all do the slow step back. It just shows the jungle leaves kind of go around you, and you're like, okay. Doesn't see us. We see it because it's bigger, and it seems to be just doing whatever dinosaurs do while they're hanging out with their baby. You're wondering who fucked it, and will the fucky be around? You don't know.
quick
Or maybe
question. But I'm pretty sure they would have told us if this was the case. It didn't have a saddle or anything on it.
Negative.
Okay.
Also, you can see what the city itself looks like a bit. Ignore the black dots. Those were other people that are less interesting than you guys.
Okay.
And one more picture. Where'd it go? Yeah. This one's up near the top of the thing. It's just a weird crossbar thing. You should be able to see it now. It's above one of the pylons.
Yeah.
It appears, what you can tell from here, Glenn uses his binoculars to get maximum vision. It seems that the main structure thing, it looks like it has a left tunnel, a right tunnel, and a middle tunnel. Could be considered a cave or not. Could just be tunnels down. You're not sure. Either way, they go underground. There seems to be zero water here. So Freddy relaxes slightly, I guess.
Yeah. So, 3 choices.
If you want to sneak by the dinosaur to go in there, yes.
Oh.
The dinosaur would probably be upset. It'll be a stealth roll at full, but still, if one person blows it, and the whole thing's blown. Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, you guys are all ninjas and shit, so that shouldn't be a real issue. As you go from ruin pile to ruin pile. Or you can live here in the jungle, just out of sight of this thing, waiting for it to eventually go foraging.
But what if it comes our way?
Then you're fucked. Cue spooky music. Bow, bow, bow.
Well, we've explored everywhere other than going back to where we came from. So, I'm going a different route, but
Wow.
do you guys want to sneak past this thing? Because
Let's
don't
ninja.
think you want to ninja.
Ninja.
Forward.
All right. Everybody give me a stealth roll. Be careful not to inflate your mic there, Glenn.
Made it.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
You guys sneak past this fucking huge ass dinosaur that's hanging out. Not even its kid notices. And all I need to know now is left, right, or center.
Right.
Oh, that is okay.
Now, if you go right, you probably can't go wrong. So you guys head down into there, and eventually you see like some kind of foggy, misty smoke stuff that's kind of on the floor. And if you continue going forward, you'll go into this foggy, misty stuff. It's not thick. You can still see past it, but it's definitely visible here. Does anybody have a flashlight except Glenn?
No.
Cool.
Does your phone have a torch on it?
Oh, yeah, all phones do. Unless they're...
Well, I don't know how old this phone is.
Good point. It's got a rotary dial, so it's pretty old.
Never mind then.
No, I'm kidding.
I know.
So,
We got a regular flashlight and a dynamo flashlight and 2 glow sticks.
yeah, well, you guys are lit up, no problem. Would you like to go into the weird, foggy, misty stuff? See the room beyond.
And it's literally, you can't see through it.
Well, no, you totally can. I'm just saying that there's foggy,
okay.
misty stuff in there.
Yes.
Weren't
See,
some of the
goes into it knowing that women are always first.
I was gonna say, aren't some of the gates kind of foggy like that?
I
Sometimes,
don't know.
sometimes, some of them are. She heads into it. What do you two do? Would you
No,
like to
I'll
look
follow
at
her.
each other? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
follow. Right, you guys go in, and there's some weird shit in here. Here's a new picture. It appears to be a bunch of strange heads with, like, you're not sure if they're gems eyes or if they're just weird colored glass. They seem to be on different pillars and such. Everybody give me a sanity, or first give me a alcohol/drug tolerance roll. If you make it, no sanity roll. If you fail it, sanity roll.
I'm
As
not
the
gonna make
it
it.
seems to be some sort of hallucinogen mist.
I hate my life.
Fail.
This is what happens when you're not an alcoholic like Alex Kinley. Did anybody succeed?
What were our different choices for it?
First, you have to do an alcohol/drug tolerance roll. If you make that, there is no sanity roll, as the gas does not affect you. The strange mists.
I'm guessing that if I don't have it written down.
Then it's a sanity roll. Yes.
That's a right in.
So sanity rolls from everybody.
Made it.
0 points if you succeed. Come on, buddy. Succeed
Made
in
it.
that. Yes, they're absolutely fine.
I hate you all.
Everybody slowly looks over to Freddie. Freddie goes,
What's the, if you fail?
D4 if you fail.
Okay, fine.
There's
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
1 point. It's mildly disturbing. No problem. You guys are in there.
What does it go towards?
I don't know. Hallucinogenic drugs. There you go.
Okay.
Max is probably around 20 for that, though, because this is just a mild thing. But if you drop enough acid, you can see some shit. The screaming. Oh, sorry. Anyway, right. So you guys are in there with these strange things on on different pedestals. There seem to be several of them, maybe 5 or so.
Guys, there's no portal.
You don't see any portals handy.
Any exits?
No, no. It appears that this room is it. It's a fairly decent sized room. It doesn't seem to have anything other than these strange head things in it, though.
Are they attached to the pillars or whatever they're sitting on?
Can't tell by looking.
You got your stick?
I gave it to you.
Actually, you guys left it halfway through the door of the pylon.
Oh yeah, we put it there. Yeah.
Yep. It shows it neatly being severed in half as it closes.
What? You can throw a glow stick at it.
Do not throw a glow stick at the heads in the library, says one of the things, and it kind of lights up behind him. And the others go, silence, silence, silence.
Is this the library?
This is the library. Silence, 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 say the others.
Where are all the books?
There are no books. Silence, silence, silence.
This place sucks.
What?
What?
Okay, this place sucks.
Silence. It appears Glenn really likes it.
Why do you keep saying silence?
Silence, silence, silence.
It's a library. It's what they do.
He is correct. Silence, silence.
What'd you say? That's what they do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a library. You know.
Indeed, we are the heads of wisdom. You are the one of wisdom. Silence, silence.
Can you tell us where the gates are specifically?
Yes, silence, silence, silence. In
Please
the
tell us where
pylon, but you will not be able to open it. Only the most clever. Silence, silence, silence. Those other people did. Silence. Shaved monkeys with anxiety. Silence, silence, silence.
Did one of them happen to look like, and I describe Alex?
A short, muscular, drunk guy with red hair.
Yeah.
Yes. Silence, silence, silence.
Well, if Alex can do it, then it can't be that hard.
Are you here to defeat his enemy? Is he your friend? Silence, silence.
Who, Alex? Yeah, he's a friend.
Very well. Then you shall take upon his wear debt. Silence, silence, silence. He is not a werewolf. Silence.
Don't do that.
It is done.
No.
Silence, silence, silence.
Can
You
you
are
tell us
here
where
to
the...
defeat the general. Yes, go east, east, east. Silence, silence, silence.
Are there any waterfalls around here?
We don't get out much. Silence, silence, silence.
Smart heads.
Where is Zog?
He is beyond space-time until killed his generals are, and that shall bring him forth into the world to be slain by Alex Kinley, the drunk guy. Silence! Silence! Silence!
Where are his generals?
One is east of here. Go east. Silence! Silence!
Guys are not coming east.
Oh.
Yes, you are. Silence!
And the other two?
We do not know. We stay here. We do not get out much. Silence! Silence! Silence!
Do you know where the gate that's inside of the cave is?
Yes. Silence! Silence! Silence. And the cave on the waterfall. Silence! Silence! They will not be able to use that anyway. It's halfway down and it comes to here. Silence! Silence! One-way gate. Silence! Silence. We do not know which cave gate you speak of. Only the waterfall. There is a second waterfall. Silence! Silence! Silence.
Second waterfall?
But if you do not do as we ask, then you are not truly with Alex, and we shall release our hold upon the Sleestack, and they shall destroy you. Silence. Silence.
What's a slee stack?
They look like us, except they're still alive. We are no longer alive. We were alive, but now we are not. They figured that out. Silence! Silence! Silence. You notice one of the pillars is empty.
Did somebody steal one of the heads?
Yes. Silence!
Was it Alex Kinley?
Probably. Silence! Silence. Or it was the destroyer of worlds. Silence. Silence.
Can we take one of you to help us?
They mutter to each other in some foreign language. Give me a Sleestack language roll, please. It sounds like a lot of hissing and air deflating. They whisper to each other.
Nope.
They're arguing about who gets to go. Eventually, the green one wins the argument. You may take me if your goal is to destroy the general which has been slaying the Sleestack. Silence. 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 Otherwise, horrible retribution shall fall upon you for defiling the temple of the library of the Sleestack. Silence. Silence.
Is there a time limit on when we have to do this?
Even now, the generals are depopulating the jungle of dinosaurs to press them into service so that they may defeat you. No, take as much time as you. Silence! Silence! Soon you shall all crumble before their might unless it is done quickly. Silence! Silence! Silence!
I mean, we're gonna do it eventually.
Eventually, it may not be soon enough. Silence! Silence!
One of the three people we have to kill is in this zone.
Yes. Silence! No, let her speak. She's on
I'm staying here.
Silence!
Is that the one with the glowing sword?
No. Silence!
No. The one with the mask?
No. Silence! Silence! Silence!
The one with 4 arms?
Yes. Silence!
The begrudging. Yes. What may we call you? I ask the head that we're going to take.
I am the skull of wisdom, not all that wise. Silence! Silence! Silence!
Skull of Wisdom, do you need anything for sustenance or survival outside of your library?
No, I do not. It is a wise question. Silence! Silence! Silence!
Are you prepared to leave now?
Yes. Silence! Silence. Silence, says the other one.
We thank you, wise keepers of the library. And I take his head. I got it under my arm.
It's about the size and weight of a fucking bowling ball. What a pain in the ass to carry. Unless you make Glenn empty out all his useful shit from his backpack and stick it in there. Which you
No.
don't do. People looking at you now like...
No, we're keeping that backpack intact.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of useful shit in there, apparently.
If you don't want to carry it out, well, it's up to you.
Silence, says the head.
Let's step out of the room.
You do so.
Now, as I pass back through the fog, and now I'm on the other side, I look down at it like expecting it to be a coconut or some, not useful thing.
I like your thinking of the drugs, but you may still be under the influence. It could take a while before it fades. He still looks at you and goes, silence.
Are you able to be quiet?
What? It says.
Okay, answered. I take off my sweater there, and I try to knot it into some sort of hang perch or something.
Give me either jury rig or knot tying.
I will assist. Because then
He immediately comes over and begins messing with your sweater while you're trying to do it.
Never mind.
Yeah,
He's
didn't
just
make
in there playing with the arms and just slapping around with the arms. And you're like, did you make it?
Did not make it.
You have wrapped the head up in your sweater. There you go.
You gotta tie it like this.
You guys can ask first before you touch my stuff.
He comes over and starts slapping you with one of the arms. Like this.
You and Rock do this all the time to me.
You hear from the bundle, silence.
You don't need to breathe, right?
All right, let's go kill a general.
What? No.
Yeah.
No.
Silence.
We have no weapons. We have no weapons. Nothing.
I have weapons.
Well, that's
Your
part
weapon.
of the going to kill the general, but we're not going to dive in any portals away from here. Let's stop them from having dinosaur army.
Yes.
Always a few more sand points to be lost to dinosaur army. So you guys wish to exit out of the right-hand passage?
Not yet. I
All
open up the sleeve tube of it and I'm like, hey, what's down the other two paths?
Down one is the abomination's lair. He is not there anymore. And down the other one is a couple hundred sleeping Sleestack.
Ooh.
Thank you. Where can we find weapons?
The sleeping Sleestack have many weapons. They are lightly sleeping.
Who is the abomination?
His name was Enoch. He is gone now. Silence.
Did he
Is
have
he the
weapons?
general?
I don't know if he had weapons or not. He wore a stupid red outfit over his... Silence!
He introduced himself with silence.